Hello, my name is Isabela Bravo. This is my CCR for ACE Media Studies. As we hop to the first slide, how does your product use or change conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? My product follows many of the typical conventions of travel magazines, while also adding differences to make it more inclusive and modern. Travel magazines also usually include eye-catching photographs of destinations, bold headlines, colorful layouts, and articles that give the reader advice about places to visit. My magazine uses these conventions by including high-quality images of vacation destinations, clear section headings, and articles that focus on travel tips and tricks. The cover also includes a main image, a large title, and smaller cover lines that highlight the main topics of the magazine. However, my magazine also changes some traditional magazine conventions. Many travel magazines mainly focus on luxury travel, expensive resorts, and high-end experiences that are not accessible to everyone. In contrast, my magazine uses more affordable travel, smart planning, and practical tips that are useful for a more wider audience. For example, it includes tips on how to pack efficiently, budget-friendly activities, and activities the whole family could like. It includes advice that could help students, families, young travelers, and first-time travelers, instead of only showing luxury lifestyles. It promotes the idea that travel can be enjoyable and accessible for many different people. It also highlights different cultures and encourages readers to respect local traditions and communities when traveling. This helps promote responsible tourism and cultural awareness. How does your product engage with real audiences, and how would it be distributed as real media text? My magazine engages the audience by providing useful, interesting, and visual appealing context. The travel tips and tricks make the magazine practical for readers who are planning to trip or simply interested in traveling in the future. The articles are written in a friendly and informative tone, so readers feel like they're receiving helpful advice rather than reading information. The design of the magazine also helps attract and engage readers. Bright colors, attractive images of destinations, and clear layouts of the magazine visually appealing. Short sections, bulletin points, and highlighted tips that make the information easy to read and quickly understand. This is important because many readers prefer context that is simple and engaging rather than long blocks of text. Printed copies could be sold in places where travelers are likely to see them, such as airports, bookstores, hotels, and traveling agencies. A digital version could also be available on a website or a downloadable magazine that people can read on their phones, tablets, and computers. Social media would also be an important way to promote the magazine. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or Snapchat. Other travel-focused media pages could also share photos, short traveling tips, or preview of articles to attract new readers. This would help the magazine reach a larger audience and stay relevant in the digital age. How does your production skills develop through this project? During this project, my production skills improved in several ways. At the beginning of the process, I had planned to learn how to organize a magazine layout. I researched other travel magazines to understand how they structure their covers, their articles, and images. This helped me understand the importance of visual balance, spacing, and clear design. As I continued working on the magazine, I improved my digital skills. I learned how to choose fonts that fit the theme of travel, how to arrange images and text so the page looks professional, and how to create headlines that grab the reader's attention. I also learned how important it is to keep the layout consistent throughout the magazine. My writing skills have also developed during this project. I practiced writing short but informative articles that fit the style of the magazine. Instead of writing long paragraphs, I focused on clear and consistent information that readers could easily understand. I also improved my editing skills by reviewing my work and making changes to improve clarity, grammar, and overall presentation. Overall, the project helped me become more confident in both design and media production skills. How did you interrogate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? Technology played a major role in creating my magazine. I used digital design software to create the layout of the magazine pages. This software allowed me to experiment with different fonts, colors, and images placements. So I created a visual appealing design. It also helped me organize the text and images more efficiently. Hardware such as the computer used to design and edit magazines. Using a computer made it easier to adjust the layout, resize images, and make quick changes during the editing process. Online technology was also very important for research and inspiration. I used the internet to look at examples of existing travel magazines and understand their digital styles and content. I also researched travel designations and travel tips to make sure included in the magazine was interested and relevant. Additionally, online resources help me find high-quality images that could be used in magazine. By combining software tools and computer hardware, the online research, I was able to create a more professional and polished final media product. This is the end of my CCR. Thank you for watching. And thank you for taking the time. Have an amazing day.